The Appalachian Mountains are home to rivers and streams that have been referred to as the most biologically diverse freshwater systems in North America, according to Duke biologist Emily S. Bernhardt. It contains headwater streams that provide very diverse ecosystems for aquatic organisms such as fish, insects, and salamanders. The region has also created around 14,000 mining jobs for the middle class. The coal mined in the Appalachian region accounts for nearly 25% of all coal mined in the United States. A large portion of this coal is being obtained through a new, invasive mining technique known as mountaintop removal. Mountaintop removal is a surface mining approach that uses explosives and drills to remove the tops of mountains in order to gain access to underlying coal seams. During the process, leftover rock, also known as overburden or spoil, is dumped into nearby streams and valleys. This creates valley fills. The creation of valley fills disrupts stream flow and alters the chemical composition of the watershed. Streams are permanently lost when they are buried under mining waste. Many of the streams that are lost include headwater streams, which are a key component of the Appalachian watershed. They assimilate nutrients and organic matter, creating a sustainable habitat for aquatic organisms located downstream. Streams that continue to flow through mining waste have negative repercussions for downstream life. Mountaintop removal mining adds an excessive amount of sediment to stream habitats through the creation of valley fills and land erosion. This affects the amount of dissolved oxygen present in streams. Dissolved oxygen is a chemical factor used to assess the health and quality of a watershed. Aquatic organisms, such as fish and salamanders, need dissolved oxygen to survive. When large amounts of sediment are introduced to a stream's ecosystem, the amount of dissolved oxygen in the water decreases. Aside from bringing in large sediment loads to streams, mountaintop removal also introduces high concentrations of toxic chemicals. One toxin that is generated during the mining process is sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid gets left behind in coal slurry ponds and leaches into headwater streams near the mining site, causing rocks and metals to be weathered at an increased rate. The increased rate of weathering causes trace elements in metals to be exported downstream at a much faster rate, creating a toxic hydrosphere for many organisms. This hurts sensitive aquatic species by interrupting life and nutrient cycles. Another chemical released during mountaintop removal mining is selenium. Selenium is an essential micronutrient for fish, however, increased concentrations of it can be fatal to aquatic life. Excess selenium is introduced to streams and rivers during the creation of valley fills. Elevated levels of selenium have been shown to cause developmental abnormalities such as skeletal malformations and cataracts among sensitive fish species. Some of these species include trout, Sacramento splittail, and salmon. One study conducted by the United States Geological Survey reports that streams impacted by mountaintop removal mining have less than half as many fish species and about a third as many fish as non-impacted streams. In addition to fish, insects and salamanders are also harmed by mountaintop removal mining. Insects play an important role in the Appalachian ecosystem by providing energy for fish that rely on food at the lower end of the food chain. Many insect species, such as the mayfly, are highly sensitive to the chemistry of the watershed. Studies have shown that entire orders of insects can completely disappear from stream areas impacted by mountaintop removal. Salamanders are also vital to the Appalachian ecosystem because they provide a connection between stream and terrestrial food webs. These populations are decimated when streams are buried under valley fills created during mountaintop removal mining. Every living organism in the Appalachian region is affected by the pollution caused by mountaintop removal mining. Some highly sensitive species have even ceased to exist in certain areas, such as an entire order of mayflies downstream from valley fills. Like aquatic organisms in Appalachia, humans are also negatively impacted by mountaintop removal mining. Our freshwater supply from the region is becoming poisoned with toxins created during mining processes, and our food supply is beginning to decrease in numbers. This is due in part to the creation of valley fills destroying headwater streams and leaching toxic chemicals into the Appalachian watershed. When thousands of diversified species in Appalachia begin to fade away from existence, the region ceases to exist as one of the most biologically diverse freshwater systems in North America.